Good day. Today we'll be taking a look at the following SQL statements, and one of them is the limit clause. So the limit is used to set the number of rows we want our query result to return. So now, for instance, I want the first 10 rows of all the columns from my country-wise table. So my query is going to be select star from country-wise and limit to 10. So let's run this query and see what we have. Okay, now you can see that the first 10 rows only, you can see total rows 10 of 10. So if I should say, let me increase it to 15 now, so you can see the difference. Okay, so you can see total rows are 15 of 15. Okay, so now you can see it's only 15 rows that is being returned. So likewise, we also have the fetch argument. So it's used to also set the number of rows you want. However, you can't use the fetch itself. You need to use it alongside the offset. However, this one says fetch first 10 rows only. Is going to also work like the limiter clause we made use of earlier. All right, so you can see it's only the first 10. So here now we want to say we want to implement the offset fetch clause. So the offset is going to be like, okay, I don't want to see this particular numbers, these particular items. I want you to start from another number. Okay, so now here in this now it says the query retrieves the first 10 rows, first 20 rows, okay, for all columns in the table, excluding the first 10 rows. So select all the columns from the country-wise table, offset the first 10 rows, and then return onto me the first 20 rows. Okay, so now you could recall here the first 10 rows are stopped at Burma, right? Okay, so let's check out this query. Let's check it out. Now you can see that what the first 10 which stopped at Burma isn't found here. Now we have how many? We have it starting from Burundi. And if you take a look at it downwards, you would see down to Denmark. Okay, so the first 10 rows has been offset, and then the next 20 is being returned as her query. All right. So now we can also implement it alongside the order by clause. The order by clause. So I said this query retrieves the first 20 rows for all columns in the table, excluding the first 10 rows, which you already know, arranged in ascending order based on the confirmed column. Okay, so you want to join so many clauses together now. Now, the order by for confirmed, you can see confirmed is one that is being used to order it right now in ascending order. You can see from 48 down to 52, 62, 86, and then the number keeps increasing. All right, so now most parts of your work as a data analyst, is to clean data. If you are not cleaning data, the right results will not be generated appropriately. Okay, so now you need to have knowledge of data cleaning. So data cleaning is all about ensuring that what there is consistency in your data set, so as to generate a good and excellent result. So now let's take a look at some data cleaning clauses, which includes the alter table statements, which include the add, drop, and modify. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. We have let's fetch out all the records from our country-wise table, select star from country-wise. I'm sure that should have sticked with you by now. Okay, now we want to say, okay, we want to add, we want to create a new column named active cases percentage. Okay, active cases are percentage. You can decide to create any table as you wish. All right, so you can see we have our columns. Yeah, the last column is our WHO region. Now we said we want to create a column named active cases percentage, and we want the data type to be numeric. Recall, when you are creating your table in SQL, you do create table, the table name, then you open your bracket, the column name, and then the data type. So now we said alter table, we want to add a new column named active cases percentage, and the data type is set to be what? Numeric. So let's run this query. Voila, it says our query returned successfully. Now let's check if the active cases percentage has been added. Okay, so it's always good to check that, okay, what I'm writing, is it is it correct, is it coming together. Now you can see our active cases percentage has been what? Added to our table. Right. Now let's take a look at the update statement. Now you could see that what we have the active cases percentage column showing as what? Null. Now we also need to fill in values to this column. So to fill in values there, we are going to make use of the update statement. So the update statement is used to ensure that what you had data to your existing table, that is, you update it. Okay, so now we say that update country wise. Now we are going to set the active cases percentage, which is the name of our column here. We are going to say, okay, is equal to, we have our active, here we have this is just a random guess, you can decide to create it as you wish. Here we have our active. All right, active cases, our active record here, and we said it's gonna be in the format numeric. Now we call here it's in the format of what? Integer. I had to set it to what? I had to cast it as numeric. This double column means cast as numeric, and then I said divide it by confirmed. Okay, divide by confirmed, and then multiply it by 100 since we are running a percentage here. So let me run this query. Now it says our query returned successfully. Let's check if that column has been updated. And you can see I'm also highlighting my comments. Recall I mentioned comments are not part of your what? Of the command that is going to be executed. It sees it as a blank query to be executed since it's been commented. So let's run this. What do we have? Now you can see we have active cases percentage, and then we're having it as what? 39.491. You can see this is so long. This is so long. However, you can see that what? Now this is part of what we call data cleaning. You could see that for other numeric columns, they were in what? In two decimal place. Like this 1 week percent increase, it's to two decimal place, 10.49. This deaths per 100 recovered, it's what? Two decimal place, 3.38. So now we need to ensure that what? That column is also rounded up to what? To two decimal place. So we also need to make use of what? Our update statement again. So here we said update country wise, set active cases percentage to be, you want to round active cases percentage to two decimal place. Okay, so let me run this query. Voila, I said it returned successfully. All right, so let's check. Let me rerun this line 66 to 67 to check if that has been implemented. Okay, now you can see we have our data cleaned successfully. All right, so that tells you that what? The power of data cleaning. All right, good. So let's move on. Here now, we want to say, okay, we want to rename. Now you can also rename your columns depending on what you want. So recall the alter table statement, then you say rename column. Recall the first time we said add column, then we specify the column name and then the data type. So now you say rename column from this to this. So please note, let's check again. You can see active cases percentage. So let me rename now. So let me run this. He said it run successfully. Let us check again. It's always good you check to see if you are working in line. Now you can see we now have the underscore new. That tells you that what the query ran successfully. Now the next one is if we want to delete, okay, you don't want this column again. Recall we're just playing around our data set. We don't need this column again, and we need to input another column or set of variables. All you need to do is use the alter table statement and then add your what drop column, and then you specify the name of the column you want to drop. So here now, alter table drop. Let's check if we now have it, the table ending at the WH origin. Recall that is where our original table, that is where it ended. So let's run this. Good. So you can, as you can see, we have the end as what as the WHO region. So I hope with this you've been able to learn about the limit statement, the offset, as well as part of the data cleaning statements for using SQL. The query will be shared and attached in the video description. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.